Welcome back. The Public Theater of San Antonio ready to start their new season, and last night, members and theater fans got together for the season unveiling.
Our own Ursula Perry was the MC at the event, and something new this season is that the theater will utilize both stages, and that's something they haven't done since the pandemic started.
All right, so staff says the shows selected have an extra focus on diversity, both in storytelling and their creators.
I really listen to what folks say. Hey, this is where we'd love the theater to go, and this is what we love that we're already doing. So this season is going to look a little different than seasons past, but I really guarantee that folks are going to have a wonderful time coming to the theater.
The first show of the season is American Mariachi, and those performances will start in September.
All right, time now, 46 degrees. Yesterday, we kind of started off the same temps. Got beautiful out, though.
Yes, and it's going to be like that. But then there's a big swing. So for that, we'll go to Sarah. A lot to catch up on today.
A lot to talk about. And yes, you're exactly right. The weather today will be very similar to yesterday. Chilly this morning, comfortable this afternoon. The one exception for the day today is that the winds are going to pick up in the later afternoon hours. So if you have outdoor plans this afternoon, you're going to notice the winds gusting from the south at 30. And then, of course, we got to talk about tomorrow's storm chance as well. So first, chilly outside, grab a jacket if you have early Sunday morning plans, maybe going to mass or church. It's 46 in Uvalde, it's 47 in San Antonio, 44 in New Braunfels, 40 in Kerrville. Out to the west, it's in the 50s, and then closer view of the metro area, you can really see the temperature differences just across the north side of town near Boerne Stage Airfield on that Kendall and Bexar County line. It's 8 degrees cooler than San Antonio, 39 degrees at Boerne Stage Airfield, 37 in Comfort, 44 in New Braunfels, 42 in Seguin, and 45 in Devine. But again, like yesterday, we're going to have tons of sunshine today. A few cirrus clouds this afternoon are possible, but generally a beautiful and warm afternoon for us. High temperatures should be near 80 degrees. 79 in New Braunfels, 79 in Seguin, 77 in Boerne, 77 in Bulverde, 80 in Castroville, 81 in Petite, 80 at Simpson, and near 80 in Converse. Again, the thing you'll notice the most today, other than the sunshine, is that the winds are going to pick up. This afternoon, winds are going to be gusting from the southeast in San Antonio at about 25 to 30 miles per hour into the evening, but winds will gust even higher off to the west and to the north. There is a red flag warning for these counties in pink across the hill country and out west toward Del Rio from noon to 7, because in these areas, outdoor burning is not recommended because any fires that develop will spread very rapidly. And honestly, if you can avoid burning in San Antonio, that would be great too. Again, that grass is crunchy and those winds will be gusting. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Again, we'll bottom out in the mid 40s before we see the sunrise. And then as soon as we hit 9 o'clock, temperatures will be back in the 50s, back in the 60s by 10. So you head to church, you'll need the jacket. After church, you won't need the jacket. 71 around noon this afternoon will be in the low to mid 70s, and then by the later afternoon, upper 70s for the high. And then notice again that those winds are going to increase from the southeast at about 20 miles per hour. All right, let's talk about our chance for storms tomorrow. Off to the west, there's a trough of low pressure, and this is the storm maker. It's bringing storm making energy our way, and it is also going to be bringing a cold front and a dry line. Notice that in the future cast, that dry line is going to be pushing towards San Antonio, and along a dry line, storms just explode. So tomorrow's forecast is going to be all about where that dry line sets up. If that dry line sets up a little bit further west of San Antonio, like toward Hondo, all of this intense storm activity that you see here would be right smack dab over San Antonio. But if the dry line sets up further east, most of the strong to severe storms would be east of San Antonio. So what does that mean? Tomorrow's a day where we have to be weather aware, weather vigilant, because these storms will be capable of all kinds of severe weather. We're talking about mainly hail, but yes, there is also a tornado threat tomorrow to be keeping in mind. So as far as a rain timeline tomorrow goes, there will be a damp morning commute. No severe weather in the morning, but will take you a little bit longer to get to work. And then from 4 p.m. to 8 8 p.m., that's when we're monitoring for those severe storms. And if you are not in front of a TV from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., the KSAT Weather Authority app, we go live right to your phone. So consider that. Tomorrow, as we all become more weather aware, it's like spring flipped a switch, because technically it starts today with the spring equinox at 10:33, and then we're going to be looking out for some severe storms. I'll be showing you a more in-depth look at where the severe thunderstorm risk is coming up in the next half hour as well.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 6:16, 46 degrees out.
And the San Antonio FC off to a great start this season. Highlights from their win last night in LA coming up next in your morning sports.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, so it's a story we've been talking about for a while. Quarterback Deshaun Watson set to join the AFC North after the Houston Texans trade him to the Cleveland Browns along with a 2024 fifth-round pick. So in return, the Texans get first-round picks for this year, next year, and 2024, along with a 2023 third-rounder and a 2024 fourth-round selection. Quite the return for Deshaun Watson, a first-round selection in 2017. Texans general manager Nick Caserio was asked if there's any sense of relief now that Deshaun is out of Houston.
The most important thing is clarity. Everybody just has clarity. Everybody just has an understanding of where we stand. So I think that's the most important thing for all of us to understand and recognize. So we managed the situation probably as best we could. Again, I try to probably take the burden and the responsibility on my shoulders, because really ultimately it was going to kind of be something that I was going to have to deal with and handle. So, try to take it off the players, try to take it off the coaches, try to take that that focus there off of them and let them focus on the things that they do well, which is playing and coaching football.
So Deshaun posted a picture of himself in the Browns jersey with the words "Dog Pound," the slogan for the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland then gave him a new 5-year deal worth $230 million, all guaranteed, though he was cleared of all criminal charges earlier this month. The 26-year-old quarterback still faces more than 20 civil cases of alleged sexual assault and misconduct. All right, from football to football. San Antonio FC on the road playing in Los Angeles last night, taking on the Galaxy. SAFC on the counterattack, cross and off the chest, bang over the keeper. That is a 1-0 lead. And that was only 10 minutes in. Good stuff. SAFC wins 2-1. And guess what? They're 2-0 in the season. Come on, we can't have a sports segment without the Spurs. Spurs tipping off a 4-game road trip at Golden State tonight, taking on the Warriors. Steph Curry out with a left foot injury. Go Spurs, go. Still in the running for the playoffs. And you can count on the sports guys to have these highlights from the Spurs game. So much more tonight on Instant Replay. Tune in 11 p.m. right after the night beat.
It's going to be a good game. Time right now, 6:22, 46 degrees.
All right, coming up next, a woolly mammoth tooth found in the Midwest. Why paleontologists say this is a rare find.
Welcome back. A prehistoric discovery in Iowa. A woolly mammoth tooth was found on a construction site in the city of Sheldon. It weighs a whopping 11.2 pounds and is nearly a foot long. So the man who found the tooth said it was lying there, clearly exposed during excavation. According to a paleontology professor, that man got lucky because most woolly mammoth teeth actually disintegrate very quickly. This tooth is suspected to be over 20,000 years old. It will now be a semi-permanent display at a local museum in Sheldon, Iowa, in case you want to go check it out.
So were there woolly mammoths in Iowa like 20,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Sure.
We
Cool.
traveled there somehow.
All right. Cool.
Part of its tooth, at least.
Yeah. Interesting. Time now, 6:26, 46 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, a recall to be aware of if you or someone you know has a Volkswagen SUV. What some people are saying is happening to them while driving that could end up causing them to crash.
Plus, new information about a deadly crash that happened early Friday morning. That crash closing parts of 1604 for several hours. We have the details after the break. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. Just about 6:30 this morning, Sunday, March 20th. Yesterday, gorgeous out.
Today it's going to be the same, but
Yeah.
just windy, so don't wear hats. Be careful with your dresses.
Yes, that's good advice, Alicia. That's a really good advice. And yeah, if you have any like outdoor party plans or something, if you're planning on setting up any kind of decorations or anything like that this afternoon, those winds are going to be gusty from the southeast at about 30 miles per hour. But yeah, it's chilly out there right now. So the most immediate thing you need to know about the weather as you step outside is that you will need the coat, the jacket, at least a light jacket. It's 47 degrees. It's clear outside, not much of a wind either, but that is going to change. Again, chilly in Bulverde, it's 39. It's 43 in Castroville, 41 in Hondo, 45 in Devine, 50 at Stinson, and it's 37 in Comfort. And as I mentioned, those winds are going to pick up. They're calm right now, but winds will be gusting from the southeast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour, especially during the second part of the day. So in the afternoon and in the evening, that's going to pull in some moisture. And usually if we had gusty winds and cold weather outside, we'd be dealing with a wind chill. But because we're going to have tons of sunshine today, it's going to be a very nice afternoon. We're going to top off right near 80 degrees with that southeast wind bringing in some Gulf of Mexico humidity. It's going to feel right and true like a spring day out there with temperatures in the upper 70s, like near Bulverde. It'll be 77, Port SA 80 degrees, 80 in Castroville, 79 in Seguin, and 79 in New Braunfels. So a couple of things to know. Those winds are going to make grass fire danger very high today. So if you have any outdoor plans, be very aware. Maybe you're going to work on your front lawn or your backyard. Be very aware of any kind of sparks from any tools that you might use outside. If you're grilling, be aware of that. High fire danger today. But then tomorrow, we've been talking about how it'll feel more like spring out there. Tomorrow, it'll look more like spring too, because we're expecting storms at least some point tomorrow. In the afternoon, there is going to be a risk for severe weather, mainly a hail and yes, even a tornado threat. I'll show you a timeline here of when that severe weather is the most possible, and I'll show you which areas should be on the most alert for severe weather tomorrow. All of that and more coming up in a few minutes. Alicia and Max.
Thank you, Sarah. New information this morning regarding a major crash from Friday morning on 1604 near Medina Creek. The victim in that crash now identified. Jonathan Cotto, he was at the scene all morning Friday. He joins us live now with an update. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Max. That definitely was a terrifying crash, and the victim in this crash has been identified as 26-year-old Kiana Caitlin Arredondo. Let's take a look at what that scene looked like. We know this crash happening close to midnight on Loop 1604 near Marbach Road. Deputies say a male driver and Arredondo were inside a car when it went off the road and into a median just before crashing through a barrier and then falling about 60 feet into an embankment. Deputies tell us the vehicle had gone airborne and rolled several times before catching fire. Arredondo was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, right now, Max and Alicia, deputies say they are still investigating the crash. They're trying to figure out why this crash happened, and it's still unclear if either alcohol or speed played a role. They tell us the male driver was taken to an area hospital and he is expected to be okay, but of course, this crash is still under investigation. As more details come about, we'll keep you updated. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also new this morning, an investigation is underway to determine the cause of a house fire overnight on the city's northeast side. Firefighters were called out to a home on Spring Crossing in a neighborhood between O'Connor and Nacogdoches Roads. This around 12:30 this morning. Officials say the back deck of the home caught fire and quickly spread to the home. The good news here is firefighters were able to stop the fire from getting inside, and the people that lived in the home were able to get out safely. Damages are estimated to be around $20,000.
Big update now with that shooting in Austin within the last 40 minutes. Austin police announcing the suspect in the shooting on 6th Street has been arrested. Remember, that shooting happened early this morning. 4 people injured, none of which have life-threatening injuries. The motive behind the shooting still unclear. We do expect updates throughout the day, so make sure to stay with us on air and online for the latest. In your morning headlines, a developing story in Arkansas, up to 20 people shot, and that includes multiple children. It all happened at a car show. All this happened around 7:30 last night, about 80 miles southeast of Little Rock. Now, information is still very limited at this hour, but we do know local authorities there said 1 person is dead. The local police over there looking into the possibility of multiple shooters. They do have 1 person in custody.
A recall for some Volkswagen SUVs. A faulty wiring harness could make them brake unexpectedly, sometimes while in traffic. The recall is for certain Atlas SUVs from 2019 through 2023 model years and Atlas Cross Sports from 2020 to 2023. Documents filed with the government by Volkswagen show the company started getting complaints back in 2020. A repair is being developed and owners will get a letter warning them of the safety risks. If you have concerns about your vehicle, you should call Volkswagen's customer care line. And a historic round of hearings will begin on Capitol Hill tomorrow. The Senate Judiciary Committee will consider the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson to serve as the first black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court. CNN's Karen Kaifa has a preview from Washington.
When President Biden nominated the first black woman to the Supreme Court last month, Ketanji Brown Jackson gave a nod to another trailblazer.
Today, I proudly stand on Judge Motley's shoulders, sharing not only her birthday, but also her steadfast and courageous commitment to equal justice.
Jackson referenced Constance Baker Motley, the first black woman to serve as a federal judge. Now Jackson is poised to inspire another generation of black women in law and shape the nation's highest courts.
For too long, our government, our courts, haven't looked like America.
Jackson was nominated to fill the seat soon to be vacated by Justice Stephen Breyer, for whom she clerked after graduation from Harvard Law School. Breyer will retire at the end of the court's current term.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The evenly divided Senate confirmed Jackson to her current seat on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia just last June on a 53-44 vote. Republicans aren't expected to make Jackson's Supreme Court hearings too messy. The court will still have a 6-3 conservative majority after Jackson takes her seat, but some areas of her legal career could draw scrutiny.
She's clearly a sharp lawyer with an impressive resume, but when it comes to the Supreme Court, a core qualification is judicial philosophy.
As Jackson has made the rounds on Capitol Hill, GOP senators have indicated her time as a public defender will be one of those areas, including work representing detainees at the U.S. military prison at Guantanamo Bay, and her views on the role of race in the U.S. criminal justice system. Democrats will emphasize Jackson's credentials and character at a groundbreaking moment.
Well, I can just tell you that she's a person of quality, integrity, and values, and she has the support across the political spectrum to prove it.
Senate Democratic leaders hope to wrap the process with a final floor vote by April 8th. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
All right, we are just 11 days away from the start of Fiesta, and we have everything you need to know right now on KSAT.com. Pull out the camera, pull out the phone, scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you directly to all the info.
Fiesta will take place from March 31st through April 10th. They couldn't get here soon enough. Besides going to some of our favorite Fiesta events, you can also watch some of the parades from the comfort of your home right here on KSAT 12. Again, all that information on our website.
And speaking of Fiesta, the Battle of Flowers Association created a traveling float. It is a small-scale version of the spectacular floats that delight parade patrons at the annual Battle of Flowers Parade. So Fiesta fans will have the opportunity to be a Battle of Flowers Parade participant by riding on the float. The traveling float is equipped with all the Fiesta finery any would-be king or would-be queen would need, including crowns, royal robes, Fiesta hats, and so much more.
In addition to the floats, of course, you've got the bands, you've got the cavalcades, the horses. It's going to be a spectacular parade, and it's a new route this year.
All right, Battle of Flowers Parade taking place April 8th. You excited?
Absolutely. I think I'll be working that day, but regardless, it's always a good time.
You can work at the parade.
I hope.
There we go.
I want to see the new route. All right, time right now, 6:39, 46 degrees.
Some seniors are experiencing ballet classes for the very first time, and it could be key to helping them age gracefully. We'll explain on GMSA how ballet is becoming a great exercise for them. Look at that.
Dog moms, dog dads, in case you didn't know, National Puppy Day is coming up this week. Coming up after the break, we'll share some of the top puppy names and how to make bringing your new best friend home a little easier.
You a dog person or a cat person?
A dog person.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm guessing you do.
Yeah.
There's
not some dogs. Nothing against cats, though. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey. She is a cat named Nora, fan favorite here on GMSA. We're going to check in with Sarah in just a bit. morning and welcome back. National Puppy Day coming up on Wednesday, and to celebrate, look at this.
The little puppy.
This is adorable. To celebrate, Camp Bow Wow, that's fantastic, released its top 10 dog names for the year, and they're also sharing some top tips to give your puppy a good name and bring them into your family the best way.
So this list is based off their nearly 400,000 customers, and in order from 1 to 10, we have Luna, Bella, Charlie, that's cute, Cooper, Lucy, Max,
Fantastic name.
Daisy, Bailey, Milo, and Sadie. So what would you name your dog if you had a dog?
So we just went over this a little bit. I right off the cuff, I'm going with Gatsby.
Well, right off the cuff, you went with Scooter.
Yeah, it was a joke because I have a scooter. In case you don't know, head to social media, you'll see Elisa Barrera on the scooter.
On the scooter today.
Fantastic.
Max, you should name your dog Max. You should name your dog.
There's too much confusion in the household.
We wouldn't know when.
Yeah, just start yelling at Max and people be like, is he yelling at himself?
Sit, Max.
Max, get back here.
Stay.
Be in the middle of a live shot on Zoom and people are like, Max, can you stop yelling at yourself for 2 seconds? Anyway, some tips on choosing a good name for your pup. Choose two short 2-syllable names. Gatsby works. Names that end in vowels to help the name, to help them remember their name. And it is okay, this is important, it is okay to change the name of the dog that you adopt from the shelter.
I felt guilty doing that, changing the name.
Yeah, but
It worked out.
Yeah.
So some tips for bringing a new puppy home: make sure to prepare beforehand and get essentials like a dog bed, water and food bowls, a collar, leash, and chew toys. Take your new friend to the vet, of course. Prepare for night crying. Oh man, especially their puppies. Potty breaks during the night. It is a whole deal. And remember to be consistent and have a lot of patience.
All right, so dog person here, but Sarah Spivey, cat person.
I also like dogs. I love dogs.
Yeah.
I just don't have a dog right now. I have a cat.
Nora.
Yeah.
Nora, we love Nora.
She's super sweet.
She watches our show every morning.
Yeah, she sometimes does. Yeah, likes to hear my voice. But hey, guys, so did you like yesterday's weather? Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was
felt
beautiful.
like summer, not gonna lie.
Well, you know, we won't be in the hundreds today, so that's good. But it is going to be a day where, a lot like yesterday, you gotta dress in layers. I mean, it's in the 30s in some places around the KSAT viewing area, like up in Kerrville where it's 38. It is in the 50s out toward Del Rio and Eagle Pass, 38 in Pleasanton, 43 in Gonzales, 47 here in San Antonio. And we'll zoom into the metro area. You can really see the temperature spread a little bit clearer. In fact, it's 41 in Port Say, 47 at the airport, but 10 degrees cooler up in Bernie right now, 37, 39 in Bulverde, 43 in Castroville, 41 in Hondo, and 41 in Bandera. No, I'm not that tough. I do need a jacket when it's this cold outside. And you know, today though, you won't need it in the afternoon because sunshine is going to be our friend and temperatures will climb into the upper 70s, near 80 degrees, especially along and south of Highway 90. It is going to get into the 80s. 81 in Hondo, 80 in Castroville, 80 at Stinson, 79 at the airport, 77 in Bulverde. Canyon Lake, a nice day to be out on the lake other than the wind this afternoon. 77 in Canyon Lake, 80 in Bandera, 80 in Los Maples, 77 in Kerrville. Another thing you'll notice today is that the winds are really going to pick up, especially by the afternoon. Winds are going to be from the southeast, gusting up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Into the evening, it's going to be windy too. And so even though Sunday is a day where we like to get outside, we like to do some grilling, maybe there's some other activities you want to do outside today, just know that those winds are going to be gusty. And because it's been so dry and because winds are going to gust even higher in these counties in pink, there's a red flag warning until from noon to 7 p.m. because in these areas, outdoor burning is extremely not recommended because any fires that develop will spread rapidly. Outdoor burning is not really recommended in San Antonio either, even though it's not technically in the red flag warning. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast calls for temperatures already back in the 50s by 9. So again, if you're heading out, maybe you're going to church. By the end of church, you won't need the jacket as temperatures are going to be in the 60s and even in the 70s by noon. If you're planning on doing Sunday brunch today, sit outside, get that seat outside because it's going to be great. Winds from the southeast picking up again this afternoon at about 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. We'll top off in the upper 70s for the high temperature today. All right. right, let's take some time to transition from today to tomorrow, because tomorrow we do have to talk about the risk for some severe storms. To our west, there is a potent low pressure system. This is going to be our storm maker tomorrow. As it moves closer to San Antonio, we'll start the day tomorrow with some areas of rain, but no severe weather expected in the morning. But by the afternoon, as that West Texas dry line pushes east, wherever that dry line sets up, to the east of that dry line, we are going to see severe storms. It is very a healthy setup for severe storms, and we're talking about all different kinds of severe weather. So it's all about where that dry line sets up. You can see that most risk for severe weather is across central and east Texas on Monday, but even in San Antonio, we're under that risk for scattered severe storms. Again, wherever this dry line sets up. If this dry line sets up more to the west, then San Antonio will definitely be under the gun for severe weather. If it sets up further to the east, then areas like Gonzales and Hallettsville will be more under the gun, and San Antonio would be more in the clear. But either way, we need to pay attention to the weather tomorrow, because storms that develop could produce in the afternoon large hail and even some isolated tornadoes. Timing would be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow in the afternoon for severe weather. But even in the morning, there's going to be a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, providing for a damp morning commute. It's in the afternoon, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., that we're going to have to look out for those severe storms. Make sure to check back in with Katie Blake, as she's going to have an update to that forecast. This is an evolving situation. Again, wherever that dry line sets up is going to determine where severe weather is most likely. And unfortunately, for the most drought-stricken areas west of San Antonio, very little rain expected from this. It's mainly areas along and east of 281 that will see the most rain.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll stay tuned for that.
Time now, 6:50, 46 degrees out.
Coming up next, how ballet classes are helping older people stay healthy. We all know eating right and exercising are key to staying healthy, but can flexing our creative muscles help us thrive as we age? Research from the National Institute of Aging suggests participating in the arts may improve not only our physical well-being, but our mental health as well. And now one woman is getting the elderly off their recliners and into ballet class. Producer Priscilla Carmen has the story.
Left hand lifts overhead.
This is not your typical ballet class.
And 3.
I'm the first in my family to reach 90.
Fran Hu and her friends are busy learning points and pliés in a ballet class made just for them.
The benefits of it are for everyone.
Vanessa Woods, a classically trained professional ballerina, wanted seniors to experience the way dancing made her feel physically and emotionally.
It's not jolting movement, it's smooth and sustained and graceful.
With the help of physical and occupational therapists, Woods created Vitality in Motion. Whether done standing or sitting, at a bar or in the water, students here say they notice a difference.
It's an art to start with, and generally speaking, that true ballet has good music. This is just a way to keep the body in shape.
It's different than the typical exercise, but it does make it interesting.
Studies show older adults who participate in dance experience improvements in balance and memory. And an NIH study links dance with improving cognitive function. Woods says everyone can benefit from the ballet basics. Most importantly,
find a time in your day to do some movement, even if it's just extending your foot out into the air or your wrist and just gently moving. Some just gentle range of motion movements are so beneficial.
Priscilla Carmen, KSAT 12 News.
Time now, 6:55, 46 degrees out.
All right, mark your calendars for next Sunday because Ciclovia is returning. The Southtown route will have the roads closed from South Flores HEB to Roosevelt Park.
All right, so this is a perfect chance for you, your family, your pets. Get outside, play, exercise, explore without having to worry about traffic. Remember, next Sunday, the 27th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In the news you need to know before you go, a man stabbed while at a family party overnight on the city's west side. This happened just before 1 a.m. on a home on West Salinas. Police on the scene telling us 2 men started arguing at the party. Later, one of them pulled the knife, stabbed the other in the stomach. Victim taken to University Hospital at last check in critical condition. Police still searching for the suspect, but they say they do know who they're looking for.
Chilly out there this morning. If you have early morning plans, it is 46 degrees in San Antonio, but it's in the 30s elsewhere. We've got 37 in Boerne, 38 in Kerrville, 43 in Castroville, 48 in Stinson, 42 in Converse, and 41 in Seguin. Now, we are going to see winds pick up today, so if you have outdoor plans, winds are going to gust from the southeast this afternoon, 20 to 30 miles per hour. So just keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans this afternoon. Now, tomorrow between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., we're going to be monitoring for some severe storms, but there could still be some morning showers also tomorrow as well. So keep that KSAT Weather Authority app handy. We're sending notifications right to your phone. If you are not by a TV, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., and there's a severe storm that pops up, we'll go live right to your phone on that KSAT Weather Authority app. It's really the best tool that you can have during this time.
And if you don't have automatic updates like I do, it's a good time to go ahead and update those. That way we stay in the loop.
There you go, Alicia. Thanks for that advice.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America. We'll be back here at 8 a.m. So much to talk about. Overnight breaking news, leading essay, the latest on the weather, what you can expect.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto. San Antonio police is searching for a man involved in a stabbing. We'll tell you everything we know coming up on GMSA.
Firefighters are called out for a house fire on the northeast side, what they found when they arrived, and where the fire initially started.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 45 degrees to start your Sunday morning. Will we see the temperature swings that we saw yesterday? And what could we see tomorrow? We're checking with Sarah Spivey in just a moment. For now, good morning. 8 o'clock this Sunday, March 20th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. Yesterday, you got out and about.
It was so sunny, so beautiful, super, super hot. I mean, people were out fishing, there were picnics, even people grilling, and this was along the Mission Hike and Bike Trail. A lot of fun.
Very nice. So, Sarah Spivey, will we see the same thing today?
Yeah, we will. In fact, temperatures are going to be very similar to yesterday. The one big difference is that it's going to be noticeably windier, especially in the afternoon. But as we started off the day yesterday, today we're starting off the day needing the jacket. Take a look at temperatures out there. Beautiful sunshine as we see the sunrise, but it is 44 degrees outside. Winds are not that strong right now. They're from the west-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. But again, that is going to change. In fact, here's a look at what winds are going to be like this afternoon. From the southeast, gusting up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. That will interrupt any kind of outdoor plans that you have this afternoon, especially if you're setting up for a party or some activity outside. These winds are really going to blow things around a bit. And it's going to create a high fire danger today. So try to avoid any kind of outdoor burning if you can. Otherwise, it is chilly elsewhere out there this morning. 37 in Boerne, 37 in Kerrville, 39 Rio Medina, 47 at Stinson, 43 in New Braunfels, 40 in Seguin, and it is 39 in Bandera. So in spite of the cold start, you won't need the jacket this afternoon. Temperatures are going to climb into the 70s, into the upper 70s. In fact, it'll be close to 80 degrees in many places like in Hondo, 81, 80 at Stinson, 79 in Converse, 77 in Canyon Lake, and 77 in Kerrville. What's up with the weather? What are we going to talk about in the extended forecast? Well, first of all, the high fire danger today because of those gusty winds. Some areas are under red flag warnings, but then our attention is really going to shift to Monday because storms are possible Monday. Not only storms, but severe storms are possible Monday, especially in the afternoon. I'll detail a timeline that we could see a hail and tornado threat in the KSAT 12 viewing area coming up in just a bit. Alicia, Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Developing story this morning, the latest in Austin, a big update to that 6th Street shooting overnight. Austin police have announced that this suspect has been arrested. Now, remember, we first told you about this 6 a.m. this morning. The shooting happened early this morning at 6th Street and Neche Street. Now, this is the last day of South by Southwest. A lot of people in Austin this week. 4 people were shot, but Austin Travis County EMS says none of those injuries are life-threatening. The motive behind the shooting still under investigation. We do expect updates throughout the day, so make sure to stay with us on air and online for the latest. And back here at home, new this morning, San Antonio police still investigating, still looking for a suspect who they say stabbed someone at a party.
Our Jonathan Cotto joining us live with more details. Jonathan, good morning. What have you been able to learn?
Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Max. Information is limited right now, but we have learned this incident all started at a family gathering. This was the scene close to midnight last night. Police are telling us two men were arguing at the party when one of them pulled out a knife and stabbed the other in the stomach. This all happening at a home on West Salinas. That's on the city's west side near Buena Vista and Zarzamora. We're told the suspect did take off in a vehicle and has not been located. Right now, we've learned the suspect was taken to University Hospital, and we're told he is in critical condition. This case remains under investigation. Reporting live, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Arson investigators busy this morning now trying to figure out how exactly a fire started a home on the city's northeast side. Let's take a look. This was the scene just around 12:30 this morning, 5800 block of Spring Crossing. San Antonio firefighters on the scene telling us the deck in the back of the home caught fire. Those flames spread to the house. We're told someone was inside at the home. At the time of the blaze, they were able to make it out safely. No injuries reported, but damages to the home estimated at around $20,000.
A man remains in the hospital this morning after allegedly being shot in the chest by a trespasser. It's a story we first reported to you yesterday on GMSA. It happened on the southwest side on McKinley Avenue. The 24-year-old victim and his girlfriend arrived at the home and saw a man asleep on his back porch. When he went to investigate, police say he discovered a man sleeping on his grandfather's porch. We're told the victim woke the man up, and that's when police say the suspect shot the victim, then took off. A neighbor who didn't want to be identified says he's uneasy as violent crime creeps closer to his home.
Living here all my life, so it's kind of like traumatic in a way, especially after we found out what was going on and that, there was someone that was actually sleeping in the back. It could happen in our house as well.
Still, no arrests have been made. Police continue investigating.
There are a lot of organizations in and around San Antonio working to help future generations in our community. The UP partnership is working to do exactly that, but in a unique manner. The goal is to ensure all young people across Bexar County, all those young people are ready for our future.
The group wants to deliver on this plan by coordinating data, aligning pathways, and promoting policy change that can help to unlock the full potential of our young people, our communities, and our region. Joining us in today's Leading SA segment is the CEO, Ryan Lugalia-Holland. Good morning.
Good morning, Alicia and Max. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for joining us early this morning. So we gave a small description of the organization, but in your own words, how would you describe your effort?
Well, you named the key thing. So across all of our partners, we have one shared mission, and that's to ensure all young people in Bexar County are ready for the future. We do not provide any direct services. We're what's called a backbone organization. So we support and connect our partners. We work with over 130 local partners, from UTSA and to MUSA and Alamo colleges to smaller organizations like Powerhouse and Ella Austin Center. But collectively, they reach about 400,000 young people, which is roughly 70% of our county's young people.
So this organization has been around for years. What have been some of those big projects and some of the progress that you have witnessed?
Well, countywide, since our founding, there have been dramatic gains in high school graduation, which we deeply needed. And that's huge. And so now a lot of the focus is on post-secondary enrollment, which you see when you look at, Alamo Promise, Bold Promise, the Aspire partnership from TMUSA. There's a lot of powerful focus on enrollment now. But what helped prepare us for that was the focus on high school completion over the years. So we made contributions to that through major attendance initiatives. More recently, we've really been focused on making sure all young people are staying in school, and by changing school discipline and improving school discipline practices and policies, as well as making sure they have that high quality out of school time support. So when the school bell rings, where does your kid go? Do you have to leave work early to pick them up? Or do you have a place that you can trust that's going to continue to work with them on their academics and their character? And fortunately, San Antonio and Bexar County are rich with organizations like that. We provide them data and training to strengthen their programs. More recently, we were able to work with the city to get a dedicated $10 million fund out of the ARPA dollars for youth success. Young people have had a really hard time during the pandemic. They've been isolated from one another. They've fallen back academically. And so we're really excited to see the city make that investment in community partners that give those young people the resources they need after school.
That $10 million bond, so important. So tell us about your new project, Future Ready Bexar County, and why implement that concept now?
So Future Ready Bexar County will be publicly released on April 28th with over 50 of our partner institutions. And it's really a response to the pandemic. So our board in April of 2020 launched an equitable recovery pledge to make sure that the inequities that we had in major outcomes like post-secondary enrollment before the pandemic did not get worse, and that we could actually use this crisis as a turning point to create a more inclusive Bexar County for all of our young people. So that's what drove it. And the plan has three big pillars, what we consider must-haves, and that's healing. All young people need access to healing supports, especially if they're struggling emotionally or mentally. And they need access to high-quality programs, to post-secondary education, and ultimately to careers that will give them a living wage. And they need voice. You know, it's hard to keep up with all of the challenges that young people have been going through. And the only way to do that is to listen to them. So all of our partners in this plan have committed to scaling healing, access, and voice in their practices and in their institutions. And just to give you one example of the why and how our young people have been affected during the pandemic, coming into the pandemic, the data told us there were about 33,000 young people between the age of 16 and 24 who were not connected to school or work, what we call opportunity youth. Now that estimate is more like 75,000. So the plan helps us all work together, get the arrows aligned in the same direction to make sure all of our resources and all of our leadership efforts are doing everything they can to close those gaps and ultimately eliminate those gaps. And we're really grateful to the San Antonio Area Foundation, to the city's Department of Human Services, to USAA, and to our national funder, Blue Meridian Partners, who all helped to make this plan possible.
All right. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Anyone who missed any part of the interview, our full discussion will be on KSAT.com throughout the morning. We really appreciate your time and look forward to the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, time right now, 8:10, 44 degrees.
Still to come, a college professor going the extra mile to make sure students uphold the honor code. What steps he's now taking to make sure students stop cheating.
But straight ahead, the luck of the Irish has downtown businesses seeing rainbows as crowds return to pre-pandemic levels. Find out what business owners have to say about their good fortune and why it may last a little while longer.
And we're going to be talking about the parade from yesterday, all those businesses. What a perfect day to be on the Riverwalk, out and about in our community. Could we see the same today? And what can we expect tomorrow? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. St. Patrick's Day celebrations ended yesterday with San Antonio hosting its annual River Parade. It was an amazing time, amazing weather. Here's a look at the parade floating down the San Antonio River to make sure the river was a vibrant green. It was dyed again a few hours right before the parade began. It went down the 2.5-mile downtown stretch of the Riverwalk, and this year it featured 12 Irish-themed decorated floats with costume characters and even bagpipes.
And speaking of downtown and the Riverwalk, for almost the past 2 weeks, there have been crowds of people enjoying the sights and, of course, spending money. It's good news for local businesses, visitors, and San Antonians alike. The combination of spring break and St. Patty's Day activities and great weather has also made the Alamo City an attractive option for travelers looking for fun, affordable destination, as well as locals who decided to take some time off for a staycation. Most of the people we spoke with say it's the first time they've probably been out among crowds in about 2.5 years. And business owners say the return of foot traffic is rejuvenating their bottom line.
I want to say double, but I'm hoping to completely blow the last couple years out of the water this year.
It is buzzy again. Last March, it was fine, it was okay, it was kind of normal. But this last 10 days, 12 days, buzzy is the word. The atmosphere is great.
Buzzy. I hadn't heard that. Well, the boom is expected to continue this week. Fiesta is right around the corner, and this week San Antonio is hosting the South Regional NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. And for today, we have good weather.
Yeah, today we have good weather. Tomorrow, we're going to need to be weather aware. And I have a great tool that we're going to talk about that helps you be weather aware if you're out and about tomorrow. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at temperatures outside right now. It is chilly outside. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s this morning. A lot like yesterday, we're going to have a day of temperature swings here where you're going to need the jacket this morning, but not so the case in the afternoon. It's 43 in New Braunfels, 44 Uvalde, 49 in Cotulla, 40 in Pleasanton. Closer to San Antonio here, we've got 44 in San Antonio, 37 in Boerne, 34 in Comfort, 37 in Kerrville, 43 in New Braunfels, 40 in Seguin, 41 in Converse, and it's 40 in Hondo. That is sweater weather, my friends. But this afternoon is going to be t-shirt weather, I guess. Yeah, you're going to want to dress in layers today. Highs will be in the upper 70s, 77 in Helotes and in Bulverde. Near San Antonio, 78, 79 degrees. South of Highway 90, 80 for the high. Port SA and Stinson, 80 in Castroville, 81 in Hondo, 82 in Sabinal, and out towards Seguin, it'll be 79. One thing you'll notice today is that the winds are really going to pick up during the second part of the day. So afternoon, we're going to see winds picking up from the southeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 20 to 30 miles per hour. And so if you have any outdoor plans this afternoon, know that it's going to be a bit windy out there. And keep in mind, too, that because it's been so dry and because dew points are not going to be all that high today, this is going to be an elevated fire danger day, especially for folks west of San Antonio and in the hill country in these pink. This is a red flag warning from this afternoon, noon until 7 p.m. as grass fires would spread very rapidly if one were to get started. So outdoor burning, highly discouraged, especially in the counties in the pink. But even though San Antonio is not technically in a red flag warning, if you can avoid any kind of outdoor burning, be very cautious about any kind of sparks. Just know that it's going to be a high fire risk day. So in your KSAT 12-hour forecast, we will already be in the 60s by 10, even though we're in the 40s right now. So a quick warm up here. Right around lunch, temperatures will start to get into the 70s. If you're planning on enjoying a Sunday brunch outdoors, it's going to be a great day to do that. Again, just a little windy though. Winds will be from the southeast sustained at 10 to 20, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. This afternoon, we're going to see temperatures top off in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees this afternoon. And then tonight is going to be fairly mild. We're really not going to see temperatures fall off all that much because of those southeast winds bringing in some Gulf of Mexico moisture. Speaking of moisture, that is one of the ingredients for some storms, which are in the forecast tomorrow on Monday for us. There is a big trough of low pressure. This is a potent system, a storm-making system. It will be arriving Monday. Now let's go ahead and take you through the futurecast for the first part of the day tomorrow, the morning commute. It is going to be damp in spots. You may even hear a rumble of thunder, but we are not concerned about severe weather in the morning. It's in the afternoon that we're going to have to really watch the West Texas dry line. Storms that develop along the dry line are particularly potent and severe, and it's all about where that dry line sets up. So let's take a little bit of a closer view here. You can see in this particular forecast model, this takes the dry line right to about 281, with storms blossoming and firing up east of that. Wherever storms develop tomorrow, they are going to likely become severe, with the risks for hail, damaging wind gusts, and yes, even a tornado is possible tomorrow. So we're going to have to watch that very carefully between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Let's just say the dry line actually makes it all the way east of Bexar County. Then all of this storminess would be out of San Antonio. But if the dry line stalls just to the west of Bexar County, all of this storminess that you see would be right over the city. So that's why we have to be very cautious tomorrow and pay attention to the weather from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That is the time frame for severe storms in and around San Antonio, especially east of 281. Yes, we'll have a damp morning commute in spots, but 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's not an ideal time. A lot of people are heading home or still at work. So if you are one of those people who wants to pay attention to the weather between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., hover your phone over the QR code right now, and that'll take you to the KSAT Weather Authority app. Here we can go live right to your phone in case those storms do blossom over San Antonio. and we'll go live from your phone anyway, just to give you updates and information. Make sure to allow notifications. Again, hover your phone over there or pause your DVR. You can also post pictures onto KSAT Connect and we can show them on air. After that chance for storms on Monday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., it's going to be dry for the rest of the week, very spring-like. Hopefully we get a little bit of rain. It's just that I wish we could get the rain without the possibility for severe storms. Max and Alicia.
Thank you. We'll definitely plan ahead. Time right now, 8:22, 45 degrees.
All right, so the old saying, cheaters never win, may prove true for a group of students in California. What they're now accused of doing and how the legal system is getting involved.
Welcome back. Well, is this unjustified or called for? A California professor doesn't like cheaters. Who does? But he's suing students who posted his exam questions online.
He filed a federal lawsuit against 5 students for copyright infringement. So take a look. Professor David Berkovitz accusing these students of copyright infringement for posting elements of the 2021 midterm and the final exams on a crowdsourced website. The students attend Chapman University. It's in Southern California. And the professor says the lawsuit will allow them to subpoena the website for the identity of the students.
So once he gets that identity, he plans to give the university the students' information so they can face possible honor code violations. Berkovitz says he does not want to punish the students financially. What he wants is for them to stop cheating.
If anything, I think this teaches all future students at Chapman University, don't cheat because they'll come after you in court.
I mean, any student, because can't you get suspended?
You probably get expelled.
There you go. Expelled. That's it.
Not great.
Not a good look.
Time now, 8:26, 45 degrees out.
The Senate Judiciary Committee will begin official consideration of President Joe Biden's nomination for the Supreme Court. We have a preview of what's ahead for nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson.
And an update to that deadly crash that ended with a young woman dying. Officials now releasing her identity. We have details next. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
And I'm Alicia Barrera. It's Sunday, March 20th, first day of spring.
Happy first day of spring.
Happy first day.
Yesterday you got out, you enjoyed the sunshine, it felt like spring.
I would say even summer. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but it was hot. It was so hot.
Sarah Spivey, you have your hand up?
I have to say, technically, we start spring in 2 hours.
Oh.
By 10:33.
I told him that.
Okay.
And you know, by 10:33, we're going to be in the 60s, so it'll feel more like spring at 10:33 than it does out there right now. It is chilly. Yes, it still feels like winter out there right now, Alicia. It's 44 degrees outside right now. Dress in layers today, especially if you have to head out the door within the next 30 minutes or so, because it's still going to be chilly. 44 degrees. Winds are from the west-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. The winds are going to be very noticeable today. A lot like yesterday, we're going to warm up quickly, but the winds are going to pick up unlike yesterday. In fact, we're going to have wind gusts of about 25 to 30 miles per hour for the second part of the day today. So if you have Sunday afternoon plans outdoors, plan on a windy afternoon. Sustained winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour from the southeast, wind gusts 20 to 30. But right now in the San Antonio metro area, it's 44 in San Antonio, 47 at Stinson, 40 in Kelly Field, and 41 in Converse. Plenty of sunshine all across the board. And then out toward New Braunfels, it's 43, 40 in Seguin, and 41 in Pleasanton. So definitely chilly out there, but look at these afternoon high temperatures. We're going to be warming up under plenty of sunshine. A lot like yesterday, near 80 degrees, 77 in Helotes, 80 at Port SA, 82 in Pleasanton, 80 in Floresville, 79 in New Braunfels and Seguin, 80 in Bandera, 82 in Sabinal and Hondo. So a couple of things to note is that with those windy conditions, there is going to be high fire danger today. And coming up in the full forecast, I'll show you which areas have the greatest risk for grass fire danger. And then we really do need to focus tomorrow on the fact that there are storms possible Monday. Now, it's a bit tricky because the storms tomorrow, especially along and east of 281, have the potential to become severe with hail and even a tornado threat. So really these details I want to focus on in the forecast coming up here in just a bit. And of course, I'll show you those areas that have the high fire danger today in just a few moments. Alicia, Max.
Thank you, Sarah. And new this morning, the name of a young woman killed last week in a crash on the west side has been released by the medical examiner's office. That victim, Kiana Arredondo. Police say the 26-year-old was a passenger in a car that went through the barrier on Loop 1604, then fell about 60 feet down an embankment. The vehicle rolled several times and then burst into flames. Arredondo died at the scene. The driver of that car was rescued and taken to the hospital, and police are still investigating the crash. And now to the latest in the devastation in Ukraine. Now the United Nations saying nearly 10 million Ukrainians have either fled the country or been displaced inside it.
The bulk of the refugees heading to Poland. ABC's Victor Kendo is in Warsaw with the latest.
This morning, the worsening crisis, the speed and scale of Ukrainians fleeing or losing their homes showing no signs of slowing. More than 3 million have left the country so far, another 6.5 million displaced within Ukraine, nearly 10 million people now homeless.
We need to adapt to new life.
They're spreading throughout Europe to neighboring countries like Moldova and Slovakia, but the majority, more than 2 million refugees, coming to Poland, where our team saw thousands officially begin new lives, waiting to apply for the equivalent of a social security number at the national stadium.
Why was it so important to get that PESEL number?
I need PESEL for many things. I need work, for money, for bank account, for staying here in Poland until the war ends.
So far in Poland, more than 123,000 Ukrainians have received their PESEL numbers, which grant them access to legally find work, apply for a mortgage, send their child to school, or something as minor as receive a monthly public transportation pass. Inside the stadium, refugees bring their documents, fill out the paperwork, take new photos, and if approved, walk away with their new numbers within hours.
We have about 100 stalls here. For now, the maximum number of people that can be processed one day is about 1,000.
Olena registering her son Ahad for his new ID number. She'd been working in Poland when the invasion began, while her older son Nazad studied at a Polish school. Still in disarray after being separated from them, she's now planning their future in Poland. And looking at the numbers, Ukraine's population about 44 million. So far, nearly 10 million have been displaced. If this keeps up, soon 1 in every 4 Ukrainians could be homeless. Victor Okendo, ABC News, Warsaw.
Now here back at home, the latest in those devastating wildfires in Texas. Firefighters are making some progress in their fight to control that Eastland Complex fire. A spokesman with the Texas A&M Forest Service says the wildfires near Eastland, they were 25% contained yesterday as a result of wind speeds slowing down. The lower humidity actually good for the firefighters because it helps their conditions. However, gusty winds are expected to return in that area today, and that means the wildfire threat is going to be back at critical levels. Now, the fire has already killed 1 person and it's burned at least 50 homes.
In Los Angeles, at least 1 sheriff's deputy was critically injured when a department helicopter crashed in a canyon. 5 people were on board the helicopter at the time of the crash yesterday. The sheriff's airship was heading to a traffic accident north of Azusa on Highway 39 when it went down in San Gabriel Canyon. Sheriff's deputies injured in the accident were taken to a medical center. The crash is still under investigation. And a historic round of hearings will begin on Capitol Hill tomorrow. The Senate Judiciary Committee will consider the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson to serve as the first Black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court. CNN's Karen Kaifa has the preview from Washington.
When President Biden nominated the first Black woman to the Supreme Court last month, Ketanji Brown Jackson gave a nod to another trailblazer.
Today, I proudly stand on Judge Motley's shoulders, sharing not only her birthday, but also her steadfast and courageous commitment to equal justice.
Jackson referenced Constance Baker Motley, the first Black woman to serve as a federal judge. Now Jackson is poised to inspire another generation of Black women in law and shape the nation's highest courts.
For too long, our government, our courts, haven't looked like America.
Jackson was nominated to fill the seat soon to be vacated by Justice Stephen Breyer, for whom she clerked after graduation from Harvard Law School. Breyer will retire at the end of the court's current term.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The evenly divided Senate confirmed Jackson to her current seat on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia just last June on a 53-44 vote. Republicans aren't expected to make Jackson's Supreme Court hearings too messy. The court will still have a 6-3 conservative majority after Jackson takes her seat. But some areas of her legal career could draw scrutiny.
She's clearly a sharp lawyer with an impressive resume. But when it comes to the Supreme Court, a core qualification is judicial philosophy.
As Jackson has made the rounds on Capitol Hill, GOP senators have indicated her time as a public defender will be one of those areas, including work representing detainees at the U.S. military prison at Guantanamo Bay, and her views on the role of race in the U.S. criminal justice system. Democrats will emphasize Jackson's credentials and character at a groundbreaking moment.
Well, I can just tell you that she's a person of quality, integrity, and values, and she has the support across the political spectrum to prove it.
Senate Democratic leaders hope to wrap the process with a final floor vote by April 8th. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, it's that time of the year again. Next Sunday, Ciclovia is returning to San Antonio. The Southtown route will have the roads closed from South Flores HEB to Roosevelt Park.
All right, this is your chance. You, your family, your pets, get outside, play, exercise, and explore. And you're not going to have to worry about traffic. Remember, they kind of close down the streets again next Sunday, the 27th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Big fan?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I've never been able to go. Either I'm working, I used to work weekends, or now I'm out of town a lot, but I want to go. My plan is to be there. Skates or bike, who knows?
Skates or bike?
Scooter? You can go.
I could scoot, get some fresh air. Depends on the weather.
Oh, come on. It's going to be a good one.
All right. Time now, 8:40, 47 degrees out.
San Antonio FC is kicking the season off on a good note. Highlights from their win last night in LA coming up next.
And just ahead, another local theater letting Mother Nature add her unique touch to the performance of an upcoming sequel. We're going to explain.
47 degrees out. It's going to warm up, but it's going to be windy. We'll be back with more information.
The president calls him a war criminal as Putin's war rages on. The innocent victims, the refugees, and Ukraine fights on. Now, today, breaking new details from the war zone. And will new interest rates help our economy? Today on ABC's This Week with George.
Good morning and welcome back. If you're looking for a unique theater experience, the Classic Theater of San Antonio is now producing a show that's being staged outside at the San Antonio Botanical Garden.
Our KSAT crew got a look backstage at the unique production of A Doll's House Part 2.
It's an old school story told in a modern way. A Doll's House Part 2 is put on by the Classic Theater at the Botanical Gardens.
A Doll's House 2 is a continuation of the story of Nora. So she evolves in the first story. In the 1780s, she leaves her family and her husband, and it was quite a big deal in theater that a woman would walk out the door. So here she is, back at that door, knocking to get back in to tell her story.
It's a wonderful show that discusses gender roles and women's equality within marriage and within our society today. I think that anybody should see this show that wants to discuss issues that may have been present in the 1890s and are absolutely still affecting our society today.
You do not have to see or know or see A Doll's House, the first one, part one, to see this show. It stands on its own. The story stands on its own.
For more information about this production or the Classic Theater, head to KSAT.com. Alexis Page, KSAT 12 News.
That is so cool.
And what better stage than the Botanical Garden?
And it's going to be great out at the Botanical Garden today, except, and I hate to say an except, windy this afternoon. Yeah.
No hats.
But at least we're going to have plenty of sunshine today. It is chilly out there right now. 44 degrees at the airport, 43 in New Braunfels, 47 Uvalde, 52 out west toward Del Rio. But as we zoom in a little closer to the metro area, you can see that it's still in the 30s. In Bandera, 35 in Comfort, 43 in Bernie, 48 in Castroville, 40 in Bulverde, 43 in New Braunfels, 40 in Seguin, 45 in Pleasanton. So again, even though it's chilly outside right now, you'll need the jacket as you head out the door in the next hour or so. But look at this, how quickly we warm up today under plenty of sunshine. 77 for the high in Bulverde, 79 in Seguin. It'll be 80 at Stinson, 80 in Castroville, 80 in Devine, 80 in Bandera, 77 in Kerrville, and 77 in Canyon Lake. So yes, a nice day, but a windy one. Winds are going to really start to pick up this afternoon. Afternoon, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s, but winds are going to be gusting from the southeast up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. And that'll continue into the evening, too, with wind gusts up to 25 to 30 miles per hour and winds from the southeast sustained at 10 to 20. So a gusty day, and especially dangerous when it comes to grass fire for these counties in pink under a red flag warning from noon to 7 p.m. Red flag warning means that with low humidity and gusty winds, any kind of grass fires that develop would spread rapidly. And so let's all do our best to avoid any kind of outdoor burning. Even though San Antonio is not in the red flag warning, still a high fire danger in Bexar County. All right, the KSAT 12-hour forecast, we're going to quickly warm up. Even by 10, we'll already be in the 60s. And by noon, around lunch, 71 degrees around lunch. So if you have any Sunday brunch plans, which I'm sure a lot of people do, sit outside, enjoy it. Although those winds are going to be breezy. Winds sustained from the southeast at 10 to 20, as I mentioned, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. In the middle afternoon, we'll be slowly warming up into the upper 70s. By the afternoon for the high temperature, 78 degrees. And then even tonight, it's going to be fairly mild. If you have a late Sunday night plans outdoors, temperatures will dip into near 60 degrees, but otherwise you won't need the heavy jacket tonight, maybe just a light sweater. All right. We are going to see an increase in moisture overnight, and that's going to be one of the ingredients for some storms around San Antonio tomorrow. This is a complex system that is headed our way. I want to take you through it. A potent upper level low that is going to be tomorrow's storm maker. And when we're talking about storms, we're even talking about severe storms around the KSAT 12 viewing area. So through the high-res futurecast, a few rain showers in the early morning commute. You're going to want to give yourself a little extra time, but no severe weather during the morning commute. It's the afternoon with the approach of the West Texas dry line that we really see storms starting to blossom in the afternoon hours ahead of this dry line. And even in the last hour or so, we've seen this new computer model come out that pushes the storms further east. That's because it sees this dry line going a little bit further east than downtown San Antonio, but it's all going to be about where this dry line sets up. If this dry line says set up a little east of San Antonio, we're not going to have any severe weather in San Antonio. But if it does set up right over Bexar County, we could have some pretty potent severe weather. We're talking all kinds of severe weather are going to be possible. Hail, damaging wind gusts, and yes, even monitoring for some tornadoes. And we're going to keep an eye for our eastern counties out there too as well. It's all about where the dry line sets up. Folks who are west of the dry line, not going to see hardly any rain tomorrow. Keep that in mind, too. There will be the haves and the have-nots when it comes to rainfall. Regardless, I do think that we're going to have either a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch tomorrow. So what's the difference between a watch and a warning? A watch is usually issued first, and it means we're monitoring for the possibility of severe weather during the time of the watch. A warning means that severe weather is happening and you need to take action immediately. It's been a while since we've had severe thunderstorm watches and warnings in the area, so I thought this would be a refresher. If you do get a warning, it's best to be inside, away from windows on the first floor of a building. So again, tomorrow morning, damp morning commute, but then between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., that's where we're going to be monitoring where that dry line is, where those storms pop up. Otherwise, quiet for the remainder of the week. So if you want some rain, hopefully you get some tomorrow, but without the severe weather. But regardless, we will continue to keep you updated on air, online, and on that handy KSAT Weather Authority app.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, San Antonio FC on the road in Los Angeles, taking on the LA Galaxy. SAFC on the counterattack. The cross goes. He controls with the chest and right over the keeper. Chip it in the back corner. That is 1-0. Only 10 minutes into the game. SAFC wins big 2-1, improving the season undefeated 2-0 to start off on the right foot. And here we go. You can't have sports without Spurs. Spurs back in action tonight. This time on the road in California, taking on the Golden State Warriors. This is the start of a 4-game road trip. Tip-off tonight, 7:30. The Warriors will not have Steph Curry. He's out with a foot injury, and we are still in the mix to make the play-in tournament, to make the playoffs. So go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs Go. Time right now 8:51, 49 degrees.
Hey, take a look at the pollen count. We just got it in, and man, it's a doozy. Oak is now moderate, a sure sign that oak season is blossoming, and we usually see it peak end of March, early April. Ash is also present and is moderate. Molds are low, so spring is in the air in the form of pollen, and tomorrow we're going to have a potential for some severe weather. But today, the weather looks great. We're going to have tons of sunshine, 78 degrees. It will be windy, though. Winds will be gusting up to 30 miles per hour, especially this afternoon. Again, watching a window for severe storms, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., mainly along and east to 281. But one thing's for certain, we are going to keep you updated. After that chance for rain Monday, it's going to be dry in the week ahead.
Okay, best way to stay updated, the app?
The app, and of course, watching on air, too.
All right, there's Bobby. Thank you so much. Alicia, thank you.
Thank you. Y'all
Have a great weekend.
Great Sunday.
Jinx.